welcome to Planet Hex. I'm Andrew Hawnt. Welcome back. Happy New Year. This is the first video I'm putting out for 2023 and it's really good to be back. I've got a new logo, new theme music, all that sort of good stuff going on, and I hope you're going to stick with me throughout another great year of putting weird stuff out for you on the internet. If you're not familiar with my channel, I am Andrew Hawnt. I am a writer, musician, filmmaker, accidental film director, accidental actor, dad, nerd. I like movies, I like VHS. I'm known for writing a bunch of books and comic books and magazine stuff, and the thing I guess I'm most known for outside of the stuff that I didn't publish myself is VHS ate my brain. So I talk a lot about VHS on this channel because it's fun. I'm a big fan of the video rental era and the continued interest in retro VHS culture. It's good fun. It's good fun. I enjoy it a great deal. Now on this episode, before I get to the main thing, before I get to the main subject of this episode, I want to apologise that we're not on the proper Planet Hex set, as I've been working on the set over the winter. I was hoping to be back on the proper set upstairs, but it's not quite worked out yet, I'm afraid. Christmas got in the way, full-time job, kids, life, sleep, that sort of thing, and yeah, I've not got it finished yet, so I do apologise. But as soon as I'm able to, videos will continue from the Planet Hex set, which looks a bit cooler than the kitchen wall and the doors leading out to the very rainy yard at the moment. So the year ahead, I am figuring out still what shape it's going to take. There's going to be some more live streams, I know that. I may even go to like a weekly live stream show format with a VOD player following on the next day. So I'm still trying to figure out what to do entirely, because there's so much going on. It looks like I will be back on stage again this year, playing music again with Jan Dorban. I'm making some new music under the name Silent Fallout with my collaborator Lee. I've been working on movie projects with. He did a bunch of special effects and music and stuff for The Demon and I, my feature film I made in lockdown. But yeah, today I'm going to talk, it's tape time again. It's sort of VHS themed, but in a different way. So on this episode of Planet Hex, I'm going to take you on a little look through VHS gold that I found on the Internet Archive. So if you're not familiar with the Internet Archive, it's this place, it's archive.org, and there's a load of stuff on this. I know many people are aware of it, especially the Wayback Machine feature that allows you to see earlier iterations of websites that you're visiting, or bits of the internet from long back in the day. But I kind of forget that it's there sometimes, and that's a shame because it is an absolute treasure trove of stuff. So I've got a bunch of tabs open here already. Now these tabs that are open along the top of that screen there weren't really intended for this video. These were intended for just something I was making for fun. I started making a movie trailer compilation of just stuff that did not go together well. Like on one side you've got like Cannibal Holocaust, and on the other side of that you've got Big, and then you've got things like Basket Case, followed by Planes, Trains and Automobiles. Just a kind of amalgam of what I like. The idea behind the compilation I'm making, which won't get shown on YouTube of course because of copyright, I'm just doing it for fun. The idea is to replicate the experience of walking around a video store and just looking around and seeing all the genres mixed together and meld. Hey William, you alright buddy? Hey dude. Please excuse the cat in the corner. There he is. So I'll be having fun with that, and I thought, where can I get some trailers? And I went and had a look at the Internet Archive. I have been here for a few things now and again. I've been here to download movies sometimes. It's all public domain from what I understand. The things here have been gathered over the years by the users. It's sort of like Wikipedia, but for stuff, the internet things, I guess. But on here, there are some options along the top. There's stuff from the web, there's books, there's video, there's audio, there's software and images. So like if you see the Wayback Machine there, says search the history of over 778 billion web pages on the internet. It's crazy. You can find out about it. You can remind yourself of all the terrible stuff you did in the past on MySpace and stuff, I guess. I've never looked at that. But there are a lot of things here to enjoy. It's quite a simple site. I don't think it's updated a great deal over the years, but there is a ton of stuff here. There's live music, arts and music, phone software archive. What a great idea. There's movies, there's university stuff, there's spirituality and religion things, there's radio shows, podcasts. There is so much stuff here, it's impossible to get through all of it. It really is. But it's a really easy place to lose yourself in. It's a great place for getting stuck in some rabbit holes. So I'm going to show you some of the VHS stuff I found on here. Now the stuff at the on top is trailers, but I'm going to show you some of the things I found, and you can download all of this. So on here I've done a search in the movies section on VHS, and it just shows you some of the stuff that you can find. I like this, my custom VHS tapes. There's various openings to tapes, such as the opening to the Virgin Soldiers, the Australian VHS there with the RCA Columbia Pictures logo. There's cartoons, there's full-length movies that have fallen into public domain, there's things that people have recorded at home. Now those are particularly interesting because those tapes that have been digitized that people have recorded at home include things like ad breaks and news breaks and just the weird little things that are only for that particular moment, but by capturing them and digitizing them, they've become a historical artifact, and I just love that. There's cartoons, there's live action stuff, there's horror movies, there's weird religious tapes like the Invasion of Demons one you see there. There's comedy shows, there's so many things. There is a huge wealth of black and white movies. The original reason I came here was to download a copy of Carnival of Souls, my favourite 60s horror movie, for my phone, because I just felt like having a copy of Carnival of Souls. And I've got it on DVD, I've got it on tape somewhere, I believe, but there's just so much on here that you can get for free, and all these you can download in a files of your choice. It's not the most user-friendly site at first. It's like when you get to the bottom of this page, for example, you're thinking, where do I look at it more? All you do is scroll down and it fetches more results. So what else have we got here? Let's see what we can find here. So there's lots of stuff from YouTube videos there. There's Jazzercise, a Jazzercise VHS, an Aliens VHS demo tape, Cartoon Network. There's a VHS promo from Cartoon Network there from 1997. There's Barry Norman. What else have we got here? Fetch me some more results. The thing is, because you can just keep scrolling down, you don't run out of stuff. And there are... oh, it's hardware. It's hardware on from VHS there. Let's open hardware up. I wonder if that's the full movie. I have hardware on tape upstairs. Got that in a recent bundle again. Zombie Lake on VHS. You see, already I'm getting caught in the rabbit hole. Now you hear about YouTube rabbit holes and things like that. TV VHS rips, that sounds good. You hear about YouTube rabbit holes, but this is something where you just want to gather. If you like collecting VHS tapes, you like collecting movies and things, I pretty much guarantee you will want to gather things on a drive here. I want to get some USB sticks I can stick in the TV or something like that and just have a copy of stuff. Not necessarily a physical copy, but I like the idea of having this repository of weird stuff. I found so many B movies and things like that on here. It's just wonderful. I do recommend you go and have a look at it, archive.org. So to show you some of the video games. So I'm getting distracted again. To show you some of the things that I have found, I'm going to show you through some of the a line dancing tape. I don't want that things. I'm going to show you some of the things I've got open in these tabs for my trailer compilation I'm making for myself. There's workouts, funnel webs, things about spiders, runaway train VHS. What else we got? Backyard blisters. That sounds painful. Dragon Slayer VHS. There's Desperado and things like that. Now I know, it's Lensman in Spanish. Now, I know a lot of these things are listed as being public domain, but I'm not sure of the legality of the full movies that are on there. Things like Desperado, surely that's still in copyright. I may be wrong. If it's a VHS rip rather than like a movie file itself, does that still count as you showing the movie? I don't know to be honest, but this is an outlet that is available, it is freely available, it is widely known, and you know, stuff's on there. Check it out. If there's whatever you feel like, there's music on there, there's weird old TV shows. There's probably an entire TV series of stuff. There's things that were never released to a wide audience. There's anime. Honestly, I'm scrolling now. I've got to stop. So I've opened up hardware there. Let's have a look at this hardware file. How long is this? So how long? 2.8 gig. Half a gig there. I think that is the full movie. Let's have a look at the length. So yeah, it's 1 minute. Sorry, 1 minute. 1 hour 34 minutes 17 seconds. So that's the full movie. So you could watch it. You could download it in a file of your choice there. What else have I've got? Zombie Lake. How long is that? Is that the full movie? If so, I may have to give that a watch. Don't remember actually seeing a Zombie Lake. I wonder if that's the rip that Vipco took. I've got Vipco on the mind at the moment. I've just finished reading the Video Nasty Mayhem book all about Vipco and Mike Lee that ran Vipco, and it's fascinating. What a character! What a story! The riding the wave of the video rental era and the whole Video Nasty saga, and using that as an advertising point. I find it absolutely fascinating. So what I've got here, a classic. I've got two versions of The Last Starfighter trailer. Had to put The Last Starfighter in this compilation. Love The Last Starfighter. So there's one that's almost 3 minutes and one at 1 minute 34. Granted, the quality is not brilliant, but it's good enough for my trailer compilation that I'm making for myself. So yeah, we've got good stuff there. You can enjoy all that at your leisure. What else have we got here? So we've got Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. So I've got two trailers for that. I think they may be the same trailer, the same length. But I've got a trailer for Hellbound, Hellraiser 2 Classic. What else have we got here? The Burbs, a Tom Hanks movie. Not my favourite Tom Hanks movie, but entertaining. Entertaining. And it's a very good trailer. It's a really good trailer for that. We've got Troll, and it's got the lines across it and everything. It's got all the awful tackiness that you could want from an old school VHS recording. But look at this. This is fun. I love this stuff. It's an Empire movie, so you've got all that, and this is just stuff I really want to gather. Now, one of the reasons I'm telling you about the Internet Archive and the wealth of VHS gold that is on here is that it is really hard to find tapes here in the UK right now. Unless you go on eBay or Amazon, as you know I do a lot, it is really hard to find ex-rental tapes. I do prefer ex-rental tapes, that's just personal preference, but any VHS now, it's almost impossible to find. All the old hunting grounds, the old charity shops and things like that, no one takes them or carries them anymore. And if you do find them, it's usually friends or old sporting bloopers or something like that. And it's almost impossible to find stuff without paying big money. So I found that the Internet Archive, there is a ton of stuff on here that's free. I mean, I found one oddity I found that I really enjoyed when I first started revisiting the Internet Archive is there was a Halloween special, an MTV Halloween special presented by Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Love you, Elvira. And it was 5 hours long. And it had got all the music videos, the ad breaks, it got all of Elvira's links, it got all the little scuffs and trailers and all kinds of stuff in there. And it was just brilliant. Hugely recommend you go and have a look around the Internet Archive. What else have we got? Trancers. I love a bit of Trancers. I've got that on tape upstairs, but I don't have the trailer to it. Oh, we've got okay, VHS trailers. There's an account here that does VHS trailers. So as you can imagine, I'm going absolutely nuts in this one. There's Tron. God, Tron, glorious. What else have we got here? So I can find some more. National Lampoon's Vacation, Tour of Duty, Confessions from a Holiday Camp. I'm not going to put that in there. There's Disney Channel movie promos and all kinds of things here. So I do recommend greatly that you go and have a look around it and see what you find. I bet you anything you'll be able to lose a good few hours on here. I have already. Disney Channel promos, Land Girls, Angel Heart, Black Christmas. There's a lot of horror movies on here. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge there. There's a lot of obscure action movies, obscure comedies, Godzilla, Last Exit to Brooklyn, I remember that. could I forget that? Rocky Horror. But I like these little TV promos that are, you know, they're only meant to be seen for like a day or so, and it's just fantastic. So I've got the trailer for The Video Dead, the movie with my favourite VHS sleeve ever. I love that VHS sleeve, and it's a good trailer. It's got zombies in it and stuff, and you can't go wrong with a few zombies. So do go check these things out. There's Zapped, which I don't remember in detail, but I think I may have seen it at some point. There's Big on my list. I really enjoyed Big. I wanted some like terrible screwball comedies in there as well. So I've got Meatballs 3, The Summer Job. I'll get much lower grade than that, to be honest. It's Chained Heat with Linda Blair. St. Elmo's Fire, one of my favourite movies ever. And The Sentinel, a Michael Winner movie that freaks me out. It freaks me out. I've got the book, I've got the movie, I had it on VHS, I have it on DVD as well, and it's really unsettling. But yes, go and take a look around the Internet Archive. There is an absolute, there's at least an evening's entertainment there, if not more. There's loads of stuff you can download for free. It is of varying qualities, so do be aware that not everything you get hold of is going to be fantastic quality, but it's certainly watchable, especially on a phone screen, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a hell of a lot of fun. So yes, that's a look around the Internet Archive and the VHS goldmine that it presents to any VHS collectors that are feeling a bit jaded at not being able to find anything out in the wild like me. I do really appreciate it. And I really appreciate you stopping along to catch this episode of Planet Hex, the first one of 2023. Thank you ever so much for joining me. If you've enjoyed this, please do like and subscribe, and share, tell a friend, comment, tell me what you would be looking for on the Internet Archive, because I'm easily going to lose a lot of time here now. It's just turned midnight here, and I don't foresee me going to bed any time soon, because this list is getting longer and longer of stuff I want to put in things. I must say, this is wonderful. Thank you ever so much for joining me for this episode of Planet Hex.